When an engineer attempts to train a dense transformer model past the limits of physical hardware, the result is an out-of-memory error. Machine learning practitioners operate under strict constraints. Compute budgets are capped and VRAM is finite. Yet the prevailing industry assumption is that achieving state-of-the-art performance requires brute force scaling. This assumption triggers three distinct, flawed reflexes. The first is routing every domain-specific problem through massive closed-source large language models via API, paying a premium in latency and cost for generalized capabilities. The second is perpetually scaling up the parameter count of dense architectures until they consume every available gigabyte of local hardware memory. The third reflex is deploying massive ensembling, using genetic algorithms to stitch together outputs from dozens of weaker models to patch over poor base model performance. Rigorous benchmarking across multiple natural language processing domains proves these brute force methods are computationally wasteful. Data shows that hyper-targeted, fine-tuned models consistently defeat the in-context learning capabilities of models 100 times their size on specific classification tasks. And when generative scaling is strictly necessary, an architectural alternative exists, the mixture of experts, or MOE. Contrary to the belief that their massive total parameter counts make them impractical for constrained hardware, mathematically derived scaling laws demonstrate that MOE models are more memory optimal than dense models. Achieving peak hardware efficiency requires abandoning the brute force reflex and engineering systems with precise architectural constraints. To evaluate the first brute force reflex, researchers established a benchmark using highly complex, domain-specific parliamentary text from political science datasets. The baseline for comparison was a 175 billion parameter GPT-3 model tasked with categorizing the text using in-context learning. This was tested against a drastically smaller alternative, a Roberta architecture that had undergone supervised fine-tuning on the specific classification labels. This chart compares the F1 macro scores of the fine-tuned Roberta models against the GPT-3 baselines. Looking at the horizontal dashed lines, the GPT-3 models plateau at an F1 score of roughly 0.4. Moving from zero-shot to few-shot prompting yields almost zero measurable improvement for the generative model on this targeted task. In contrast, tracking the solid lines shows Roberta rapidly climbing to roughly 0.8 F1 after just a few minimal fine-tuning epochs. The clustered colored lines also indicate that additional unsupervised domain pre-training steps provide negligible benefit once sufficient fine-tuning data exists. Roberta achieves double the accuracy of GPT-3 while utilizing a fraction of the parameter count and avoiding costly API calls. For targeted classification, the performance gains from supervised fine-tuning consistently outpace the results achievable through generic prompt engineering. This inefficiency extends beyond classification into extraction tasks, specifically context-based question answering. A comprehensive benchmark evaluated 47 distinct natural language processing models across 8 diverse datasets to test the viability of brute force scaling and ensembling. When the file size of a model is plotted against its processing speed, a clear penalty emerges. There is a positive 51% correlation between the two variables. Larger models strictly dictate slower execution times. However, if the y-axis is swapped from execution time to overall performance accuracy, the relationship inverts. The new trend line reveals a negative 8% correlation. Increasing the parameter count actually resulted in slightly worse average performance. Furthermore, applying genetic algorithms to ensemble all 47 models produced negligible gains. A single fine-tuned Electra model operating alone outperformed the combined ensemble. Proper base model selection dictates the absolute performance ceiling. Relying on brute force ensembling to compensate for a weak base model is a computationally wasteful trap. Certain generative tasks do demand auto-regressive scaling. When building these models, engineers are frequently constrained by strict limits, such as a single H100 node. The conventional industry bias holds that mixture of experts architectures are memory inefficient in these scenarios due to their massive total parameter counts. The joint MOE scaling law disproves this assumption. The equation defined how training loss drops based on active parameters. It factors in datasite size, weighting the training tokens. Finally, a function for the number of experts quantifies how specialized networks transform the loss curve. This scaling law allows engineers to calculate the required balance between active parameter compute and total hardware memory capacity. Utilizing this equation shifts MOE optimization away from trial-and-error guesswork and into predictable, mathematically sound engineering. To understand why this equation favors MOE, we must account for the hidden memory tax of autoregressive generation, the key value cache. As a model generates text, it stores activations for previous tokens. This KV cache grows linearly, quickly consuming VRAM on dense models. A mixture of experts model operates differently. It routes each token only through specific, highly specialized neural pathways, bypassing the rest of the network. Because the model activates a fraction of parameters per token, the KV cache memory overhead remains low. This chart maps total model size against training loss. A dense model's memory balloons rapidly when the KV cache is included. An MOE architecture's active parameter efficiency keeps its memory footprint constrained. At this intersection point, the MOE curve drops below the dense model. When evaluating joint training and inference costs over hundreds of billions of tokens, this intersection point heavily favors the expert routing architecture. Under strict real-world memory constraints, a compute-matched MOE model mathematically guarantees lower loss than an equivalent dense model. Balancing compute limits, memory constraints, and the demand for accuracy yields 3 actionable deployment rules for machine learning engineers. First, if you possess label data for a specific classification or extraction task, fine-tune a BERT class model. Do not prompt a generalized generative model. Second, do not waste compute on massive ensembling or endless domain pre-training in an attempt to compensate for a suboptimal base model. Third, if you must scale a custom autoregressive model with strict hardware limits, deploy a mixture of experts architecture to optimize the KV cache. True state-of-the-art engineering does not rely on brute force scaling. It requires applying rigorous architectural